This is the highest elevation peak on the Alaska Highway. We purposely positioned it so that we could just walk right out and take a look at that view. Ooh, cha-cha-cha. Oh, yeah. I mean, oh, yes, right. It's a one-lane road each way as you're coming up. The fuel stations are pretty well spaced out. And we have no cell signal out here, or if we do, it's got one bar, and that would be Verizon. We'll probably drive for another 3 hours, but it was just an interesting take on coming up the road and doing the fuel. I think this is the first place in a long time where... Let's go inside. There he is. There's my buddy. No, both Katrina and Tucker. And you got a lot done here at this campground as far as like washing clothes.
Yeah.
How'd that work out? Good?
Awesome.
Wasn't that exciting, washing the clothes?
You know, it just gives me goosebumps every time I think about it.
It just
I
really...
get all... I mean, you know, it's exciting.
Sends a shiver through your body.
It does. I'm just... I can't control myself.
I went over to the bathhouse to take a shower. I turned the water on. I let it run for... had to be almost 5 minutes, and it was ice cold. So I finally came back out here to the RV and took a shower. Katrina had taken a shower in the RV. Nice hot water, full hookups, so it worked out just fine. The bathhouses were okay. The laundry room was good, adequate. So this is a good place for those of you coming to Dawson Creek, British Columbia, looking for a place to stay for a night or two. Most of the people coming in and out of here are here for a night or two. This was kind of a no-frill stay. Nothing crazy, nothing adventurous, just simple stay, getting things done, and we'll roll out tomorrow morning and I don't know, maybe drive 4 to 6 hours, give or take, and with a few stops along the way. Tucker, you have anything to say? No, he doesn't have anything to say right now. He's busy chewing his claw.
His claw? Or his paw?
He's busy chewing his paw. I'm sorry. I got to slow down. This is what happens when I get to talking too fast. Anyway, we'll see you guys in the morning. Making our way up the Alaska Highway, or the ALCAN Highway. I think we're around mile marker 140. We stopped for some fuel. Interesting fuel station here. You give them your ID, they hold your ID while you get fuel. So they don't turn the pump on until you go inside and give them your ID, and then you can pump and get fuel. It's a little cold, little sleet's coming down, but it's been an easy drive so far today. We've been driving for a few hours, and it's been an easy drive. We'll go a little bit farther today. We were going to stop at a few places, but it didn't work out. We'll probably drive for another 3 hours, but it was just an interesting take on coming up the road and doing the fuel. I think this is the first place in a long time where you've had to go inside and give them a form of ID in order to pump fuel. So just thought I'd share that with you guys.
If I ever across here, they were twining to little knots. It is possible, I know it's not too late.
As we, let me get this shut here. As we continue to make our way up the Alaska Highway, we're at, I think it's milepost 300. We're at Fort Nelson, and they have a visitor center here. So we're at the visitor center of Fort Nelson. Just FYI, if you're traveling up this way, right next to the, or close to the visitor center is a free dump station. So if for any reason you're working your way up and you need a free dump station, it's right there on the side, easy to get to, in and out of. But a few weeks ago, was it maybe 3 weeks ago? There was a fire just north of Fort Nelson, which shut down the highway. And we had a few people reach out to us and say they were on their way up here and they were gonna have to reroute and take the Cassier, I think it's called the Cassier Highway, and they want to know if we were going that way. And we just said, we're going to wait and see how it goes, and then we'll just figure it out from there. Well, thankfully...
Oh, Tucker, no. Oh, gosh.
Are you okay? So, thankfully, a few days ago, they opened it, but it's limited. I think it's only one lane, and it's car assisted. We're going to find out, but we stopped to eat lunch. Katrina's making some turkey burgers.
Yeah.
Because we're starving. We haven't eaten that all day, so...
We did, well, Dee did make us breakfast.
Oh, that's right. Those scones were good.
Yeah, they're very good. So don't get any ideas, Chris.
And she made them in the air fryer, so you have no excuse not to make them.
Yeah, but she didn't have a recipe because she just kind of made it on the fly, so sorry.
The drive up here, I'll say this, I don't know what Katrina thinks.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful drive, and to be honest with you, it's an easy drive. It's not that difficult. It's not like it's all these huge, large potholes. It's a one-lane road each way as you're coming up. Very easy, very relaxing. There are some steep grades, 8%, 10%. 10%
was a big one.
Yeah, but nothing crazy. Nothing you guys can't handle, those of you who are experienced drivers. I mean, even if you're not, you can handle it. One of the things I think that may have worked out for us coming early is there's not as much traffic. So maybe that's a reason why...
We haven't hit any traffic, really.
Yeah, so that's an advantage of coming up here this soon. And I think the drive is... Are there long stretches? There are long stretches of nothing. I get it. The fuel stations are pretty well spaced out. Not to the point to where you're going to run out of fuel unless you purposely set it up that way. We had never had an issue so far getting fuel, stopping, get fuel. And then we will top off. Even if it's at 5/8 of a tank, we'll top off. If it's three quarters, I'll top off.
Yeah,
because
we really don't let it get less than half a tank.
Yeah, and we do the same thing with the propane because we figure, why not? It only takes a few minutes too, and we're in no hurry. So that's another thing. And once again, I think if you're going to come up here, you're going to do this, give yourself plenty of time. We're going to enjoy some turkey burgers because we love turkey burgers, and then we're going to get back on the road and see how much. I mean, it's what? Being 3 hours behind, it's 2:30. We could easily drive for another 3-4 hours.
And it's going to be light out till like midnight.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The days are getting longer, which is kind of cool. Yeah. Back on the road here in a minute. Let's enjoy some turkey burgers. This was where the road was closed, a little bit farther up. Yeah, they said the smoke was so bad that it even drifted down into the U.S. They got it down to one lane. Even though both lanes are open, it's only one lane at a time, I think. You have a vehicle assist, which guides you through there. If you look, you can see where the fires were. And the fires weren't on for weeks. Now you can smell. Now you can smell it. See a lot of damage over there.
That's pretty weird, like how it got the pines, but if you look right beside it, like did not get as many of the birch. You can tell why they closed the highway now because it's on both sides and it's a lot.
So that's something to think about. No matter what year you're coming, check the traffic reports because something like this may happen at any time. It got cold. We made it to Summit Lake. That is milepost 392 on the Alaska Highway. It's windy, it's cold. This is the highest elevation peak on the Alaska Highway. So we're pulled over here. This is where we're gonna
settled down for the night. There is looks like there's a little outhouse right here. There's also a trail here. I think it's like a 4-mile trail. It takes you about 3 hours to do. So if you want to stop here and go on a hike, Summit Lake Campground is over there across the street, but we'll just stay here for the night. Beautiful area. I'll show you a picture here real quick. Let me turn the camera around so you can see. Plenty of room to pull over. The lake is over there. So for those of you who may be concerned about boondocking and you're a little scared and a little worried, you have an emergency phone call system right here if you want to use it. I'm going to assume that it works. I'm not going to press any buttons to find out. Also, let me go across the street here, see if I can give you a view of the lake. You can take a look. There's the lake. There's a campground. There's a fellow over there set up, I guess, for the evening. I'll show you over here. There we are. Got Starlink set up. It's working. This is, let me go down to this. Let me jump down here real quick, guys. This is what I love about Starlink. 5 minutes, hooked it up, set it up, we're connected, good to go. And we have no cell signal out here, or if we do, it's got one bar, and that would be Verizon. We're gonna go in tonight, have some dinner, just hunker down, maybe do a little work as usual. But I just wanted to share that with you, and we'll roll out here tomorrow morning. I don't know when, probably gonna get below freezing tonight. I can heat the tanks, so I'll probably turn out that one and run. And once again, we're using the Blue Eddy, which has been phenomenal, along with our Enduro lithium power batteries. We got the 4 100 amp hour batteries. They've been working great, so I know we're gonna get through the night, no issues, no problems. I hope I didn't jinx myself. And we will see you guys in the morning. We have made it to the Strawberry Flats campground.
Yes.
In British Columbia, right off of Muncho Lake. Muncho. It's either Muncho or Muncho Lake. This is a provincial campground.
Provincial park campground?
Yes.
Okay.
What is a provincial park campground? Well, it's a state park. It's like a state park, but they don't have states in Canada. So if you hear someone say provincial state park, I said it. See, I said it. If you hear someone say provincial park, basically it's a state park. I think the fee or the price here is was like $20.
10, 20 bucks, yeah.
Yeah, and there are no hookups here. Now, some of you are going to say, well, wait a minute, you're paying, why not have something?
So, what I would say, what you get here, at least at this one, at our site, we have a fire pit, we have a picnic table, we have a gorgeous site. You wait till Chris shows you that. You have trash, and you do have like an outhouse.
We call it an outhouse, but it's a pit vault or something like that.
It's a pit potty.
You know. So anyway, it's a beautiful area. Yeah. It's right off the ALCAN. It's right on the lake. So it's right on Muncho Lake. Macho Man, whatever.
Show more site.
So this is our site. Dee and Jacob are over there. We're in site 13.
S is in Sam 13, and they're in S15.
All right, and Tucker's right there. So here you are once again. Look at this view right here. Look how gorgeous this is. You could set up here. This is kind of like I guess you could call this a beach-like area, right?
This is beach. This is a beach.
And look, I mean,
sit out here and enjoy that view. That's well worth it for the price. And the water is like, can you see how clear that water? Beautiful. This is what I think is exciting, because let's talk about the positive. We're here, today is Saturday, June 1st, and it's a little cool on the lake, but can you imagine being here in a few weeks?
It's brisk.
There's not a lot of people here right now, I guess because it's still early. But if you get here in the peak time and you come out here and maybe even take a dip in the water, I mean,
So
I'm digging this.
I am too. So the thing we forgot to mention is that you can reserve a space here. And then if they're not all taken by reservation, there is a first come, first serve. And then I don't know if it's the host or whoever's here will come around and will collect that money from you. If you don't reserve a spot, you can, hopefully still get one.
And once again, spot after spot after spot as we're riding up the ALCAN, it's just phenomenal. The views are just, you just can't get enough of them. Just once again, you go to one spot and you think you've seen it all, you get to another and boom. There's Tucker right there. We took him for a walk earlier. He's just loving it. He's outside.
Look at those mountains.
I mean, man. Yeah. We're gonna go out for a hike a little later, another hike, an easy hike, and then we're just gonna enjoy the evening, maybe come out here. Days are getting longer. I mean, the sun's setting at like 11 o'clock and rising at 4. And what are you doing? What is that?
Oh my gosh, what about this? Look, it's what Chris looks like with a goatee.
You don't say. I had a goatee at one time.
Wait, hold on.
I used to have a goatee.
Or with a furry.
Time to trim those eyebrows, baby. Yeah, we can't let that happen. Anyway, beautiful spot. We kind of positioned a rig. We could back in or pull in, so that way, because it doesn't matter. You're not hooking up. We purposely positioned it so that we could just walk right out and take a look at that view. Ooh, cha-cha-cha. Oh, yeah. I mean, oh, yes, right. Here, take a look at that view.
And Tucker gets a nice little area, too, if we park this way.
Yeah. So Tucker gets to hang out, and he feels much better hanging out. So
Eating
anyway.
all the grass so he can throw up.
And tonight is air fryer salmon night. Oh, love it. I love it when Katrina whips up a little salmon.
Salmon?
All right. Remember, Strawberry Flats Campground, Mucho Macho Man Lake. It's Macho Man. Oh, I got to work on my Macho Man impersonation.
You do.
Anyway,
Is that the wrestler
right.
guy?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I knew that.
All right.
2 days later.
Look at you. She's over there dancing. Look.
That's
Wait a minute.
because
Don't stop. Don't stop. Well, we're rolling out today. We're leaving the Strawberry Flats campground. We did some boondocking here for 2 days. For lack of better terms, it's boondocking and no hookups and what have you. But they do have a water pump, so if you need the water and you got water jugs, you can fill up your freshwater tank. But anyway,
do you want to know why I was dancing?
Yes, hold on. I'll tell them. We're right here at the Strawberry Flats campground, right on Muncho Lake. So it was a joke that Katrina and I had. What were we doing? We were doing the
Macho Man.
No, not Macho.
What?
Yeah, Macho Man from YMCA. So we were going Muncho. It's Muncho Lake. I gotta stay at Muncho Lake. I gotta stay. Anyway, we just kind of had the song stuck in our head.
Right. But actually, we're excited about where we're going next because we're going to hot springs. That looks really, really fun.
Dude,
and it's been cold and raining today, this morning. So I'm ready to get into the hot springs.
We can't check into the campground until I think 1, and we have about an hour drive.
And we're staying at the campground that's right at the springs.
And it's a popular springs. Other channels, what have you, have done videos on it. So yesterday was a rainy day. We went on a hike and we got soaked, and we didn't record it because it was just another hike, and I don't want to record every hike we go on to because it's just going to become redundant.
But we have to talk about it. We actually probably should have recorded because we ended up going off trail. We thought we were still on the trail, but it was probably like the caribou trail or the bear trail or one of the other animals trails, and we ended up way on top of the cliff, walking on top of like green sheet moss that was matted down from them walking. And if you look down, I mean, at any second, one of us could have fallen off that cliff. It was pretty high, not very safe.
No, it wasn't safe at all. And I didn't record it because, like I said, sometimes I just don't record things because it gets to be a bit much. But anyway, we're rolling out. We're pretty excited. We can't wait to get over to the hot springs and enjoy the hot springs. And this campground, once again, guys, Strawberry Flats Campground. I don't know the milepost. I apologize. It's right off of, it's right on Muncho Lake. It's a very popular place for people to come and spend one night. They usually spend one night and go. We spent 2. Highly recommended if you're coming up the Alaska Highway and you're looking for a place just to hunker down for the evening. So, and there's not much in this area really to do in terms of like a grocery store or a restaurant or anything. There's a little mom and pop diner, if you will, right down the road, close by. But anyway, so we're rolling out. We're ready to go.
Let's roll. We got to go.
All right, we'll see you at the hot springs, guys, and we'll let you know. We'll tell you the story about the hot springs we stayed at a few weeks ago, and I got in trouble.
Chris,
So, yeah, I'll share
imagine
that.
that.